our circumference. My home,
Always,
my
always.
homie, my comrade, Senora Alba. What's up?
What's up? I
Well,
hope you guys are staying warm.
welcome back, and hopefully staying warm. And the reason why she says that is because, yes, once again, in what I guess in 4 weeks' time, in a month time, another snowstorm. Al, another
Another one.
snowstorm. What the hell is going on? DJ Khaled,
But
another one.
I'm kind of
What?
sad.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm sad this time though. I'm sad this
Why?
time though, Mike, because I had to plow
Why?
my car out of the snow.
You have
I
to
didn't
plow.
do that the first time around because I parked. Yes, I had to literally get a shovel and plow my car out.
So what was the
It's
first?
buried in like it was like
What happened?
So let's run this by you. The first time it snowed, I strategically parked by scaffolding. I parked on a side street. My
Mm,
car did not get any snow.
no, you
This
were
time
lucky.
around, I wasn't as strategic, and I was like, oh, let me just park in front of the building. Listen,
Mm.
I'm gonna put all of that beautiful snow up against my car.
Oh my God.
It took me
Oh
an
no.
hour
Oh my God. You
to
got.
unbury my car.
Oh,
I got.
you
It's
got.
fine.
Okay. Well, you know what's funny? This is what I'll say. See, the last time we got snow was a month ago, late January. Now that snowstorm was, how do I say? It's different in a few respects because one, it was cold that week, and it was cold for the last 3, 4 weeks. It was very cold.
Hmm.
We just got warm for like a week ago. Like for people who are outside of New York City or outside the tri-state area, for like the last
Like yesterday.
yeah, for like the last 6 weeks, it was 4 degrees, 0 degrees, 6 degrees. So we were like, damn, we're really feeling it. So and the snow was not melting because of that. The late January snow, it was not melting because of the frigid weather.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I'm sure you can relate, Al. Last week, we finally saw some weather like, okay, 30 degrees. We can grill now. we, can, we can grill again. We can
Hoodie weather. We're
play
hoodie weather
weather.
now.
I can shoot a basketball, outside. Whatever. I can play now. So we were feeling ourselves. And by last Friday, this past Friday, I saw green. That's the snow was melted. I saw grass again.
Hmm.
And out of nowhere, we're like, blizzard warning. I'm like, blizzard warning? What? And here we are again, like Al said. Now Al had to plow
So to
herself.
be fair, but to be fair, I didn't believe the news. I didn't think it was gonna be a crazy snowstorm.
Really?
Even yesterday, it's like 2, 3 in the afternoon, and I'm like, the snow's not even sticking with these liars.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
nope, I got.
So you thought you got, and you kind of plagued yourself because you thought it was gonna be a flop. You hedged your bet on a flop.
Hmm.
Mm. I I
But
go ahead.
I was outside at 11 o'clock last night, playing in the snow with my sons and
Okay.
cleaning the car because I was like, I'm not dealing with cleaning a whole lot of snow off the car.
No.
So while my car didn't have a ton of snow on it today, there was still a lot of snow around it, and that's what I had to clean. But
Mm.
I even had the super help me. I was over here bribing him with arepas. I'll make you an arepa. Don't worry about it.
Shoot, I want out of that
Just
bus. Shoot.
please give me your shovel. Yeah, but an hour
That's
and a half it took me.
It's funny. Our mayor Zoran Mamdani, he is offering people like $30 an hour to shovel, like in certain areas.
Hmm.
My thing is like, just put the money away and just offer out airpods and some bacon, egg, and cheeses. People will come out. Shoot, if you offered out
They
airpods,
would come out.
shoot, offer me some food.
People are over the snow. People are
Yeah.
so over the snow.
Well, I'm glad you say that because this is where I'm over the snow too. Shorthand, like yes, I am. But I will say this: as a Department of Education teacher, as someone who works in the DOE, there was that selfish part of me. Mind you, I just had a week off. there was a selfish part of me that was like, "Hmm, let's get Monday and Tuesday off. Like, let's bring on the snow. Let's bring it on because I was just you know how like you go on vacation somewhere, or even if you don't go on vacation, even if you stay home for the week, you know that last day before you have to go back to work, you just dread it. You know, it's like,
Mhm.
oh, you look, the clock is moving mad fast. It's like it was just 8 a.m. Now it's like 9 p.m. What are you doing on a Sunday night? Like, oh no, I don't want to go back to work. So you know, once they said, oh yeah, the blizzard's gonna be historic, first one in 10 years, almost. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So you know, I was kind of happy a blizzard was coming, and the fact that it wasn't going to be as frigid of the weather, like 6 degrees, 5 degrees. I said, all right, I can deal with that because one thing I don't like more than snow is I don't like the cold blast. You know. But I want to ask you, Al. I want to ask you.
Okay.
There's positives and negatives to like life and every little thing. So I want to ask you, what are some of the positives and the negatives of snow or in snowstorms? Because like for instance, for me, I can tell you right now, two positives. Well, really one main positive: snow on the first day. The first day is beautiful, beautiful to look at, beautiful to play in.
Okay.
I took my daughters out earlier, and we'll get to parent corner later. But I took my daughters out earlier to play. It was mad fun. So that is a positive for snow. But the negative is like the day or two after where everything's like brown and black snow and muddy and just like taking up mad space, taking up parking. You know what I'm saying? That's my negative. What about you? Go ahead.
Okay, I agree with you. The first snowfall, definitely awesome. And I have a really nice picture that I can share with you in a video. Um, Definitely. But for me, I love to just watch it come down. Like I can literally be by the window or even in my car and just watch it come down and like just read a book. Like for
Mm,
me, that's like just give me a book and leave me alone and I'm super happy.
yeah.
I love playing with the boys. We like going tubing. We like snow activities, right? So for me, it's like snow, I'm down. I am gonna be the one that's gonna be throwing herself down a tube, down some hill somewhere. Like that's just our thing, right? Downsides, I hate that it gets gross. I hate that when dogs pee in it, when they poop in
Ooh,
it. Obviously, that's the disgusting sides of things.
ooh,
The snow all over New York City was disgusting
yeah.
this past month. And then I went to other places like Connecticut, and the snow was so pristine and just so nice. And I'm like, ugh, New York is so disgusting. Ugh.
You know,
Like I feel like you can see the pollution on the snow.
yeah, we had that pollution snow in New York, and it's funny you say that because you know I got friends and family in New England, particularly in the greater Boston area, and you know cities like Boston, they're so well kept in comparison to New York. It's like it's like every Friday, Boston as a city gets a manicure or a ped. You know what I mean? Like they're always well kept. It's like they're always pristine. Like what the culture here is just like you come out the bodega with a bacon egg and cheese. You just throw it in the wrapper on the floor instantly. It's like a ritual. Just throw away trash
And
on the
sure.
floor. It's just like you said, the last month all you saw was like pee and dog poop everywhere on the snow. It's like kids can't play in that. It's like what are we doing?
No, it's so disgusting. So, and then another negative, I would say, oh, I had to deal with car issues, something I haven't had to deal with in such a long time.
Also,
So, I, my genius self, did not turn on my car during that frigid below zero weather.
mm,
My battery got completely drained.
mm.
I had to, yes, I had to jump start it, do all this stuff. Ended up having to swap out my battery completely. So yeah, just a lot of learning experiences.
And that's not inexpensive. That costs money. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, $500 later,
Oh my god.
I had a guy come. I had a guy listen because this is another thing that also is I don't know what's going on with the cars
Mm.
nowadays. Why are they covering everything? Mike, I couldn't get access to my battery. I had to remove the plastic filter, some other plastic on the battery to get to my. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I just got a guy. He came, he brought me the battery, he swapped it out. I was just like, just do what you gotta do. I'm gonna break all my nails.
You are right. Yes.
Why do they make it so hard?
It seems like it's, yes, to your point. Yes, I agree. And I've seen this on firsthand. It seems like in these later last 15, 10-year models of vehicles, they're like covering the freaking car. They're covering the car engines and all the batteries and stuff like it's a freaking a locker room or something. It's like they cover it with these big shields, and you gotta like detach and match stuff just to get to the part you need. And I don't know why they're doing that. Like
Or what?
I have no idea. I have no idea because I'm 40 years old, so I had my first car in like '03, '04, and when I had my first car, like everything you see was plain and Jane right in front of you. Like, okay, that's the alternator, that's this, that's that. You could see it. You know what I'm saying? But now,
Yeah, you know where the battery is, you can hook it up.
yeah,
Mike, for me to boost up this car, I kid you not, I was like, Lord Jesus, help me. I YouTubed because I'm like, I can't even get to the ground on this battery. I can't clip anything on it. And then I figured out you put the red one because the red one you can access. And then the ground you can put anywhere on the car. And I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
So, yeah. Well, so yes. So when your battery and stuff is covered up, your ground is just pretty much any screw that you can find on your vehicle that's on the car itself.
And I'll take your word for it, and I'll take the car manufacturer's word for it lately, but I don't feel right as someone who grew up seeing a red and black, and positive, negative. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school in that
Yes.
respect.
I feel you. I'm like that too. But there is no way I was getting to that other part of the battery. It was not going to happen. So you use the red one, and then the ground, I, for instance, put it towards the back of the car, and there's like this one screw. I even recorded it and I made a YouTube video for just in case anyone in their life ever needs to know, because all this information is not available. Like you look for it and it's like 10 minutes worth of video
Oh
and you're
yeah,
not even getting the information you need. Like I need to jumpstart my car like right now. I need to take my kids to school. I need this information like right now.
forget about
Um,
it.
something the ports I did portable ones.
Hmm.
They, that I learned during the storm.
Right.
Those battery packs, they need to have a Jeep. Yours needs to be higher than what you would normally get for a sedan. If not, it's
Really,
not going to work on your car to jumpstart
really,
it.
really.
Hmm. Yep.
Jesus
So
Christ.
many things I learned this winter.
Oh my God. It's funny. I never knew that, but now that I guess that makes sense. But they don't advertise this right at the door. You have to like find out this information through trial and error. Um, after telling me this, I'm thinking about so many different things.
Hmm.
Thinking about who I have two hoopty stories for you, two old school car stories for you. But before I tell you those car stories, you mentioned how you didn't turn your car for a few days, for like a few weeks, and your car wouldn't start. I saw a video a few weeks ago, maybe like a week or two ago, of a gentleman. I don't know where he was, Brooklyn. I don't know what borough this was, but he finally shoveled out his car, and then he could, the car, I guess, would start whatever. So he popped the hood, and this happened to me too, so I can relate to him. Once he popped the hood, what do you see? It's like a whole rat's nest, like a whole rat home, like just ratas everywhere, like not rats themselves, but they made a whole home on his engine. So you
The
saw,
car would just stay there.
yes.
Yep.
Well, you saw like a little bed,
The car would stay there.
a little bed was made. You saw like a little couch. You saw like little pillows. Like you saw little things the rat had. Like the rat made like a little home from a little habitat. I'm just like, well, this is Rat Island. This is Rat on the engine on your Ford Escort engine.
Nope.
And that's something happened that's similar to me because I remember I was living in well, I can't say where I was living, but definitely in the Bronx. And the car. I don't know why I had to check the hood. I guess the car would start, but whatever it was, I popped the hood and I couldn't tell what was going on, but I just saw a lot of material there, a lot of stuff. I took it to the mechanic. He was like, "Oh, that's a rat. A rat made a home for himself." And where I was parking for a few nights, it was under the train. He was like, "Yeah, under the train, the rats are gonna definitely go to your engine." So yeah, I learned that rats they love to sleep on an engine, boy, and make a little home for themselves. So Ratatouille, you be out there in people's cars, fucking shit up. But
So I've heard lavender. Lavender is really good and peppermint.
for what exactly?
They have a spray that you can use
To,
it's a rodent deterrent. They have a
really?
spray. You can buy it in the hardware store and you can spray it on your engine.
Okay, real quick, sidebar.
Only things that you see in New York City. It's only New York City.
Well, it's only New York City, Bob. I'm gonna ask you: do you have any family that's based in Florida?
hmm
Okay. What would you rather
My
have?
mom's on there.
That's right, your mom's on there, of course, of course. So, what would you rather deal with? Waking up in the morning in Florida and seeing alligators down your street, or gators walking around your neighborhood, or deal with New York City rats? What's more?
I
What,
think I know. I think I'm good with the gators.
really?
Even though Mike, there's some gators that'll climb your fence and all that.
Yes, they
You gotta see
will.
them.
Yes, they
Gators is
will.
crazy.
They're not shy.
They're not. They're not. But I don't know. I think because gators, you can get people to kill them. You can like have different like methods against them. Rats, it's like an infestation. It's like you can't get rid of them.
Yeah,
There's no getting rid of
yeah,
them, Mike.
yeah. I saw a
Have you
woman.
been in the train station? I
Not,
can't do the train station.
not lately, but
I can't.
not lately, but shoot, I used to, when I was living on the east side, I used to live on the east side of Harlem on Lexington, so you're right by 121st, so that 456 is right there on 125th, and you know, I used to go to work, which is up more uptown in the Bronx, and then I might stop by and see Kia. She was in the South Bronx at the time, and taking that 149th Street, Third Avenue station, that was just like, you could come out this train, you're like, where they at? I'm ready. Where they? Hiya, like So I did my bid with rats. I did my bid. I just they skeeved me. They just one time I didn't eat Chinese food for like 3-4 years because this is in Rockland. I was at a Chinese food store in Spring Valley, and the kitchen had one of those doors where it's like an elevated panel, so it swings, and it's elevated,
hmm
so so you can see people's feet because it's elevated. It's not to the floor, the panel, the swinging door. So I'm chilling away from my food. At least 20 years ago, I'm chilling away from my food, and all you see that come out the kitchen was like 2 or 3 greasy rats. I'm talking about the oily rats.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the,
No.
the hair slick back rats, like like we just worked out rats, like we just fixed a car we just fixed a vehicle with oil and I'm a mechanic.
Nah.
That greasy rat, and I was like, the guy just gave me my plate. He's like, here. I'm like, holding my food, like, all right, you got it back. I took
No
a
thanks.
I took a 3-4 year sabbatical of Chinese food. Like, nah, I can't do it. But yeah,
I feel like I'm traumatized with Chinese food. I can't do Chinese food. I think I have over probably like 10 years. I can't deal with the grease, the smell of it. It
oh
just
man,
grosses me out. I can't.
yeah. I haven't had it consistently in the same time frame. I feel like it's one of those foods where like you kind of grow out of it. You know, it's one of those.
I guess.
It's like when you're young and have like
I
cheap
can see
money.
that.
When you're young and don't have a lot of money, it's a cheap meal to like go eat some Chinese food. But once you get older, you're like, nah, this is some magnesium craziness, and like you said, this is actively killing me. This is really
This
killing
oil is different.
me. Yeah,
This oil is different.
and on top of that, I know y'all in the back ain't eating this. I know y'all not eating this. So if y'all not eating it, why am I eating it?
It's funny you say that. Someone said that to me about Dunkin' Donuts.
Really?
That they were like, oh yeah, they were like, do you see that most of them are owned by like Indian individuals? Do you ever see them drinking a Dunkin' Donuts coffee? And I'm just like, okay, thanks. My tax guy, he's like, you should stop buying Dunkin' Donuts because they don't drink it for a reason, but they're definitely feeding it to us. I'm like, oh, great, thanks.
You know, it's funny. I'm not really a D&D person at all. Mind you, on top of that, I'm not even really a coffee person to begin with. So I never really go inside Dunkin' Donuts. My wife likes Dunkin' Donuts on occasion. She's a coffee person in general. But but yeah, you make a point, and you're right. You're right. You know, not for nothing. Out what I've learned in my 40s and late 30s into 40s, you can't really eat much in America. You can't eat much. There's nothing is good for you. Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing,
They
nothing.
they spray stuff on fruit. Like they spray pesticides on fruit. You can't eat nothing. I've been thinking that certain veggies are good for you, and I'm told no, that veggie is actually bad for you. This is why. No, broccoli's man-made. No, this, no. I'm like, God damn, what can I eat then?
No, you can't go down that wormhole. You can't. You're not gonna eat anything.
I know. Like,
But you know, that's why food tastes so different when you go somewhere else.
absolutely, that's why. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I told people this before, but I remember reading a story a year or two ago about a woman. She had left the U.S. to do like a project in like England. I think it was in London, and she was there for like a year or two, and she was nervous because she was losing weight a lot. Just she was shedding pounds, just shedding pounds, and she was so nervous by the weight loss. She had to go to the doctor out in England. And she was like, "Hey, what's wrong with me?" And after some tests, she was like, "Oh no, you're fine. You just left America. That's all. You just left. Yeah, like you left that place where they all the preservatives and all the
You're
hormones.
detoxifying.
Yeah, they detoxify your ass, and I get it. I get it. So I don't know, Al. I don't know. Well, you look great. You look great. You know, you have great genes. So, and I know you used to. I mean, it's wintertime, so you're not cycling as much. But obviously you look
What? This is my best friend.
well.
Are you
Well,
kidding
well, outdoor cycling. You're doing indoor cycling. Yes, yes.
me?
Is that Peloton?
Hmm.
Okay, yo, that
That's my bestie.
that Peloton wave, and y'all be. How's it work? Because I be seeing people have like little like classes, and y'all be online with a blonde girl, and she be talking to you. How's that work? I don't understand. I'm not a Peloton person.
So, well, you're pretty much, you have classes. You have a screen. You can sign up for what you want. They have hit classes. They have just cycling. You can do strengthening. You can do a lot of different classes. It's not just that. It's just a platform, and then they have different workouts that are available all day.
And these are pre-recorded or live.
Uh, Either or, but most of them are pre-recorded. So this screen
Right.
actually tilts over. Hold on a sec.
Nice.
So if I want to work out, I can work out that way, or I can just leave it for cycling. So it just
Mm,
really depends on what you want to do with it.
mm. You know,
It's fun. It's worth it.
I hear it all the time that it's worth it, so I might have to invest with that income tax. But yeah, the best
You
is
know, they're like now for cheap. Go to Marketplace. You go to Marketplace. Sometimes they even have them on like people just giving them away because they want to get rid of them.
I might have to look into that. Shout out to everybody in the marketplace who are selling things. You know what I'm saying? I'll be getting good rates on like old bicycles from like 2008 or like somebody's random Nintendo 64. This is like people sell everything on the marketplace. Someone's child, it's just crazy.
I don't know about anyone's child, but yes,
Yeah, no
I've
Epstein.
gotten really good deals on the Marketplace too.
Yeah, no Epstein stuff here. Um, but yeah, oh, let me give you some hoopty stories before we move on because you brought up your car not starting. Let me give you two old school car stories. So you said you were checking your battery the other day and it wouldn't turn on. One day, I want to say 2004, '04. I had my second car ever, my Camry, my Toyota Camry, and I'm driving to work at Home Depot. I'm driving to work, and as I'm driving to work, I just see the meter in my car just turn like the hot engine just go really like far towards the H, like hot, like my car's like burning up, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Are you there?
I'm listening.
Okay. So yeah, I'm driving to work. I'm about to pull in. I'm about to park, and my car just went super hot. Went straight to H. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm trying to turn to a parking spot, and the wheel is getting tight on me. Like, "Argh." So I'm like trying to grab it just to turn it. Like, what's going on? And then like I finally parked
The
it, and
alternator.
look at you. Look at you. So there you go. So I'm like, okay. So I popped the hood. It's all hot, and I'm like, that fan's not turning on. So then my boy's like, yeah, it's the alternator. So that was like $300. And then I remember like maybe later on, no, maybe like 2, 3 years later, same car. I have an important date at the time. This is old news. Sorry, Keith. This is old news, but an important date at the time, or important outing. I would say an
Hmm.
important outing.
Okay, an outing.
Outing. As a matter of fact, it was the year of the remake of that movie with Bradley Cooper. It's A Team, the A Team. So I was going to go see the movie, the A Team, and have dinner with a friend. And this was in Newark, New Jersey. So I'm going from New York to Newark, and halfway there, my car is just like getting my wheels are getting stuck, but it's not getting hot, but it's getting stuck. So I stopped by AutoZone and I bought something to make the wheel okay. I forgot what I had to buy for the steering wheel. And then when I get there,
A&D.
yeah, it was A&D. And then once I got to her house, because she was like, meet me at my house first, and then we'll go together. So I pull up to her crib, and as soon as I like got to her street, the check engine light was on, and something wasn't right. I could tell, like, sometimes you get the check engine light, you're like, I can get by for like 2 years. I can get by. No. The check engine light was on, and
Never, never. Guys, always check your
I could do a
vehicle
year.
for any lights on the dash. Always.
Of course, but this is mid 2000s, late 2000s, so I was brokey. Which, by the way, you should be with a woman, or you should take a woman out if you're broke. But anyway, that was then, and I had no sense. So I pulled up to her street, and I could tell something was not right with this vehicle, but I don't have the time right now to figure this out. Okay, I don't have the time right now to troubleshoot my car. So I pull up to her car, to her driveway.
Oh my god.
I park it, and you just know something's not right. Something's not right. So then I go in, we hang out, whatever. And she's like, I'm trying to like prolong us in her house chilling before we gotta go out again. So I'm dreading having to go out and take her out in a messed up car. So she's like an hour goes by. She's like, okay, should we go to the movies? I'm like, all right. So then we go towards my car, and she saved me. She's like, oh, you know what? Since it's my town, it's Newark, whatever. Why don't I drive? Why don't we drive, or at least you drive my car? I said, really? Okay. Oh, yeah, you had a phone call. You all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just close it, yeah.
Okay. You should be all right. It says the recording has stopped. Let me see the
Let
recording.
me just
No, you should.
do
You're good. But
let me try to do the did not disturb.
right. But yeah. Go
Do
ahead.
not disturb.
I should do the same actually.
So she
Uh,
ended up going into her car.
okay, so she saved me, and the way she saved me was, she's like, you know what? It's my town anyways, Newark. Why don't we drive my car? You take my car. I go, oh, if you must, if you insist, it's okay. If you insist, fine, why not? So so of course I took her out and we had a good time. And let me tell you something, fellas. Every guy knows this. Sidebar, she was a hood Newark chick, a hood brick city girl.
How do you know that? How do you determine that?
She showed me her ice pick. She showed me things like I know that she and not just that. Remember, this is Newark where like she showed me things, and not just that. She remember in Jersey, especially Newark, the cutoff time for certain spots is like midnight to 2 o'clock. Official spots. Not like New York where it's classically 4 a.m. certain locations. Not Newark. So when we after we hung out and had dinner and the movie stuff, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna drop her off and then I'll go home for the night. So after the movies, after dinner, she's like, oh no, it's still early. It's 1 o'clock. I said, yeah, you're right. She's like, well, why don't we go to a spot I know to hang out, an after hour spot? I said, okay. When I tell you, Al, we went to the most hood, like gambling spot. We're like, I'm talking about a
Mr.
wooden.
Rockland County, Mr.
I
Rockland County boy. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
I mean, and listen, I have experience. Like I got cousins in East Orange. I got a few cousins in Newark. I spent summers in Far Rockaway with my other cousins. So I'm good around all elements. I'm good. I'm good. I'm well trained, well versed. I used to grow up go to my cousin's crib in Selwyn Avenue. So like I'm good in all situations. I'm good. I can hang. But it's the first link up, and I don't know you like that. I know you know you. We've been talking for a while, but I don't know you like that in person. That's how women will set you up. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and then you get tired of and not beating the head by her boys.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So go into like a little like shack where like it's a wooden doors like that's like half open, and you using this on one side of the floor gambling, CeeLo and craps. Then you got like a makeshift pool hall down the hall, and it's all gambling thing, little roulette tables, but it's all street gambling. It's all like hood gambling. And I'm like, I didn't bring that much money. She said, no, it's okay. Let's get it. There's a bar right here. So we had a drink and stuff and hanging out. And I guess she was testing me because she was like, let me see how long he can hang in this atmosphere. And he'll pass certain tests if he can. But I passed the test. But I passed. And then by the time I was able to leave her space later on that maybe morning, um, thankfully my car was fine. But when I tell you I drove like 5 miles an hour getting home just to make sure like I didn't break down in the middle of the highway, that was a scary time. But she saved me from the embarrassment of my car flopping in front of her. So those are my hoopty stories. You brought it up to me. You mentioned it to me in my head when you talked about your battery. Real quick, Al, real quick before you say anything, real quick. Every guy you either know or been around, they have one story. I'm going to see a chick in some project, going to see a chick like in some bad block. It's like I just want to see this girl. Why are you harassing me? So it happened. You guys put some stuff.
I'm kind of guilty too of some of those.
No kidding.
Someone might say, I was batshit crazy, took me to some mountains, or paddleboarding. Who does that?
I don't mind anything adventurous or excursion. I don't mind that per se, but just don't take me to like Martin Luther King projects on a Wednesday night
You see,
or Wagner. Don't tell me the Wagner houses.
I can't go to those type of places because for me, you see it on my face.
Yeah. What do you
You see it on my face. Like
what
I can't hide emotions. If I think you're batshit crazy or you're taking me to someplace, I am not gonna walk into. I'm gonna just look at you like you out your mind. I'm gonna just be like, okay, my mom's calling me.
are, are
Bye.
are there dudes that I don't use the word stupid. Are there dudes that misguided where they'll take a girl to like a crazy situation just
I
to
don't
hang out?
think guys are more like. I've never been in a situation like that. I don't think guys. If anything, guys are more guarded and don't want the girl to be around other guys or other or situations where they may act a certain way if someone comes out of pocket. Uh, so no, I think more so girls, maybe the ones that are like test the guys more than guys testing girls.
Mm. Speaking of guys testing girls, how old is your oldest son?
20.
Okay, I want to ask you later on during Parent Corner some dating perspectives on your sons because you have boys. So I want to get some perspectives from you from dating because there's a little epidemic going on right now with guys and a loneliness epidemic. And I want to get your take on certain things, especially from a mother's perspective. From a mother's perspective. But before we get into that, earlier we spoke because you wanted my advice or just an ear about an endeavor you want to try over your grandmother. Can you explain to me what you were telling me earlier?
So my grandmother is turning 83 this year.
83. Wow.
Yeah. She
God bless her.
was recently informed that she's losing her eyesight.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear
So,
that.
yeah, so she had a blood clot in one of her main I don't know exactly what the veins are called in your eye, so don't quote me on it.
Mm,
But there's a vein that um provides blood supply to your eye, and
mm,
she has a blood clot in that specific area that's
mm.
in her eye, and it's kind of caused her to not be able to see forward. So
Really?
yeah, so the
She's
center of
poor.
her eye is like dead, but then she's able to see in terms of peripheral.
Peripheral.
Yeah. So because of this
Okay.
new development, she is kind of disconnecting a little bit. Like she'll be sleeping most of the day if she's not on the
Mm,
phone, but most of the I can see and feel the disconnect
mm-hmm.
because she no longer has Netflix. Netflix looks like a big shadow at this point.
Oh man.
And if you're not able to navigate and be able to see where you're clicking on Netflix, that can be very frustrating, and then you end up closing in to yourself,
Right.
unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to look up Spanish soap operas or just Spanish books that are
Mm-hmm.
interesting and read them to her in Spanish. So every day
Mm,
have a chapter together and post about it, and then just have something that we can kind of connect with and talk about some more.
mm. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you were telling me earlier how not only will that be beneficial to her, of course, which is the main mission, to
Hmm.
boost up her spirits and boost up her morale, but it'll also, on a lighter note, it'll strengthen maybe your uh your Spanish as far as reading. Because you were telling me earlier how like even though you're a natural Spanish speaker, you grew up in the household speaking Spanish, that you feel like it could always improve, and you feel like reading could be an additive to that. Is that you were saying
No, yeah,
earlier?
definitely. Because think about it, right? We're speaking English all day, every day, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's with my kids, whether it's at work. And I do have moments of speaking Spanish at work because I do translate for people. But predominantly, I am in an English world. I only talk Spanish when I'm talking to my grandma, if I'm talking to my mom every so often. But for the most part, my mom, my dad, they grew up here. They know English. I have no reason to speak any other language to them. The only one that I can still kind of associate with and just speak Spanish to is my grandma. Everyone else knows English. So that generation of Spanish is going to go away the moment she goes away.
I can relate to that as someone who grew up with another language in the household, Creole from Haiti. My parents, taught us both growing up English and Creole, but and you naturally pick up your mother's tongue. But at the same time, it was always the grandparents who really, brought that
Introduced it.
home, enforced it, and through them, and through that connection, you really will get an understanding of nuances, inflections, entendres, all that stuff, and the dominant in their language. And when they start going, it really you really lose pieces of that along the way. Don't get it twisted. Me and my mom, we still converse back and forth between English and Creole, and she'll love to curse me out in Creole. But um, but yeah, I know I can relate to what you're saying. How like it's the old heads who really keep that going. I'm surprised that your parents, and you talking mostly English. Like you said, they were born. I mean, they were raised here, but still, I'm surprised just culturally
Think
that
about it. My mom got here when she was 9. My dad when he was 13. They're kids.
their kids. Yeah,
And I feel like once you learn, like for any immigrant family, the moment any child learns the language, they forget their own. They don't want to speak anything else but English.
that's
Think
true.
about it.
That's true.
And I
That's true.
bet you see it in school.
Oh
They
yeah.
might come maybe like the first couple months struggling to learn the language. Once they learn that language and they dominate English, what other language? No, I only speak English.
Right, right. Well, how about with music and the media? Like, what do you consume that is Spanish dominant that you feel like is an additive to your retaining of the language? Like, I'm sure like Bad Bunny just happened. Do you listen to
Well,
his music?
yeah, but come on, really? Let me tell you about this music. Okay. So I listen to a lot of Spanish music. I do. Um, I
Bachata,
I
cumbia.
do, yes, bachata, cumbia, merengue, salsa. I listen to all Spanish. Right? Vallenato, everything. But
Vallenato.
yeah, it's really nice. That's like my grandma's time
Vallenato.
music.
I never heard of vallenato.
Yeah, you can look them
Vallenato.
up too. Um,
Interesting.
but this is the thing, right? I do listen to all of that. Love it. But it's more to vibe with. It's like if I'm listening to Afro beats or I'm listening, I don't know what is being said in Afro beats. I just vibe.
I give her the vibes.
I just vibe.
Drug
So
bao. Drug.
you right? Like you just vibe with it. So yeah, unless I'm like oh, you know what I started listening to recently too? Christian music, but it
Really?
sounds a lot like Afrobeats or a lot like reggae. Like it's so different.
Interesting.
And
Interesting.
the guy's name is Victor. I'll send you the Spotify when we're done.
Sure, sure.
You're gonna be like, okay, this is different. It hits different. Like it's not what you think
Interesting.
of in terms of Christian music. Um,
I'm down no
and it
matter what. I'm down.
and I came across it. It was Alexa just does whatever she wants with my music, so she just vibes. um, But with this thing with Bad Bunny and the fact that they were saying, oh, he's saying all this explicit things, Mike, I kid you not, I didn't realize he said any of those things that they said he said in his lyrics. I had
No?
to, no, I had to. My brother is he's a diehard Bad Bunny fan. My brother loves Bad Bunny,
So
probably
he
knows,
knows.
he knows, but I'm listening to this music and I dance to it and I know a lot of the lyrics, but to sit here and actually translate his lyrics into English, I was like, oh, he really does talk about his penis. Oh, he really does it.
He really did say pinga. He really did say pinga.
And my brothers are like, you're such a fake fan. I was like, it's not about being a fake fan. I'm not here listening to his music nitpicking everything coming out of his mouth. You kind of just
Right,
vibe to the music.
right.
So the fact that the Super Bowl did that, I felt was very stupid because they didn't sit there and do that to all the other performers throughout the years. Because let's be honest, sex is what sells. No one's gonna sit here and tell me any different that none of these
Sure.
people have said something that wasn't okay with children. And then my other thing is with this is why are you making such a big deal over a 14-minute show, right?
Yeah.
There are cartoons right now that have things that shouldn't be there for children. I don't think you should bring all this gender situation, all these differences to children in cartoons. I think that's a bigger issue than you sitting here arguing about a Super Bowl that's only 14 minutes.
It's first of all, as you say that, I'm thinking about certain like films of late, cartoonish like animated films that have had some interesting boundaries that they've delved into. I'm like, really? I go in there? Supposedly, even one of the Toy Stories, the side
The
movie
Buzz
with
Lightyear one.
yeah, I heard something about that too. I've heard things. I'm like, really? They going there? So so yeah, I can relate to that. As far as Bad Bunny, I I assume, and I when I say assume, I can't know for sure, but I assume that some of the backlash was because you know he is not like us. Not me. I'm not talking about myself, but some of the critics were saying he's not like us. Even though mind you, he's American. He comes from a household where his mother was a teacher, dad was a businessman or whatever, or a cab driver. Like he's from a working class family. He is the American story and the American dream, but I just felt like there was some like xenophobia going on, um, because I guess there's people out there who still, still raise their noses at Latinos, you know. So they probably felt like he wasn't, or he shouldn't have been in that position. Mind you, he's the biggest artist in the world. Um, but I also felt like it was a great performance. You know, if you watch the performance, it was great storytelling, great theater. You know, the sugar cane fields and just the
The fact
different.
that it was people, I didn't even realize there were people.
What do you mean, like dancers or like
The grass were
oh the grass?
people.
Oh yeah, the grass. Yeah, the grass itself. Yeah, like it was a great. Exactly. It was all like theater. It was like a Broadway play, pretty much. It's like watching what's that show everybody loved for years on Broadway? Like it kept selling out. They were rapping about the presidents. The presidents. What's the name of that? Lin Manuel Miranda did it. That Broadway show. Oh man, not Ben Franklin. What's it called? What's
Not the
this?
Nutcracker, is it?
No, it's a show where they were rapping, but about
He
like
did a Nutcracker one that they're
he did.
rapping.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ! No, it's on
in the
Disney Plus.
Heights.
Yeah, but not in the Heights. It's a Disney. It's on Disney now. It'll come to me. But yeah, like I think it's gonna be some theater type stuff, but or some like regular stuff. But it was theater. It was dope. So I just feel like people just want to jump on the hate train and hate and whatnot. What I really was disappointed though was I did see some people who are of our culture or our neighborhoods and our backgrounds, plural, who were thumbing their nose a little bit, saying, "Oh, they say an American." But I'm like, bro, what's American to you? Like you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes people clutch at the smallest things to create identity, and if the English language is all you have to assume an identity, to me, it's not enough. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is for me, Mike? I feel like everyone wants to be wants to put everyone in a box,
Yes.
right? You can't categorize people anymore.
No.
Because if you sit here and you ask me, where am I from, right? I can sit here and tell you, yes, my mom is from Venezuela, my dad is from Honduras. But then I can also be here and tell you, no, Mike, I'm 42% Native American.
Of course.
I am 2% Irish. I am 32% Spaniard. I am, you know what I mean? Like, if I can,
Nitpick.
so at the end of the day, I'm from everywhere. I even have an
Absolutely.
African, right?
Of
Not a
course.
huge percentage, but there's a percentage in there.
Of
So at the end
course.
of the day, when you sit here and you think about the United States, our history is horrible. Our history is scary. Our history is something nightmares are made of.
Hmm.
So for people to sit here and be like, "Oh my God, we're American. We're the no, no." Native Americans are the only ones that should sit here and be like, "This is our country."
Right.
Other than if you're not Native American, then guess what? You're an immigrant along with the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. And you're a guest in this house. Exactly.
So I wasn't okay with a lot of it. I understood a big part of it. Yes, I get it. Football is mainly American. It is an American sport. But I am one of the people that only tuned in for halftime.
Me, yeah.
Did you see how the number spiked?
I didn't see it, but I can imagine it though. I can
Yeah.
imagine it.
So what they did was they ended up having a number for pre halftime, halftime, and post halftime.
Oh, I can imagine.
And like my whole thing, like I understood it. Did you vibe to it? You're not Hispanic. Did you have a great time?
Yeah, but I mean, I still rock with bad. I don't have to even, for me personally, as a music lover, I don't have to understand a language to vibe to it. Nueva Yo is one of my favorite songs currently, and it's a great New York anthem. Even though I don't understand half the words, I know enough. I'm like, I'm rocking to it. You know what I'm saying? And my wife is a huge Bad Bunny fan, huge. So through her, just through proximity, through her, I know a lot of the music, and it's dope. It's like
And
good is good.
for me, music is like art. You know how art is all based on interpretation. It's
Mhm.
trans um generational.
Mhm.
It's not one specific era, right?
Right,
Like
right.
I feel like that about music. I feel like music, it's not about who it is or what it's talking about. I think it's a beat, it's a rhythm, it's just something that you vibe to.
Right,
And
right.
yeah, they're the people that sit there and listen to the lyrics and live their
So,
best life listening and nitpicking lyrics. But to each his own, and I feel like you should be able to have a huge platform to be able to explore this, not just say, "Oh, it has to be American." Did you see the other show, the other halftime?
Oh no, the Kid Rock one. I didn't bother. I'm sorry. No disrespect to Kid Rock. Kid Rock, if you're out there, no disrespect. I just was not interested, buddy. I was not interested in that Kid Rock. I'm sorry. I stuck on the Bad Bunny side. Why did you see it?
Yes, I went and looked it up.
How was that? What was that
It
about?
was pretty good. It wasn't
It
bad.
was.
It was pretty good. It was like 30 minutes though. It wasn't like this short little thing. It was like a long show. It was a whole show
Because I knew I had heard I had heard that they were representing or they were doing a memoriam to Charlie Kirk during that performance
at the end.
at
At
the
the
end,
end,
right?
they posted like pictures of him and his family. It wasn't bad. I just think it was uncalled for the way they did it. I tuned in because I just like to know things.
Yeah, yeah, like you're just curious. Like, I wonder what they're doing. No, I feel you. I feel you. Sometimes I'm a little curious like that, in like in different respects. Like, I'm somebody who, if you had to put me a label on me, if you had to. I guess I would call myself a progressive person.
Hmm.
But I watch a lot of like conservative, not a lot, but I watch enough conservative content from different political minds who, because I want to know what they're thinking, and I want to know their perspective, so I can know both in my head before I make a final judgment or an opinion on a topic or on a concern, on a policy or whatever. So there's definitely stuff I watch that are like that's maybe not the norm of my peers or acquaintances around me. But so I don't mind that. But when I saw the whole Kid Rock thing, I was like, now mind you, I haven't listened to I haven't listened to a Kid Rock song since like '99. So I was like, you still out there? But and
What's
where's
funny?
where's the midget? But he died, so I was like, oh my bad.
Kid Rock makes me think of my Limp Bizkit days. So you can imagine how long ago that's been. I was like,
Oh,
what? But
oh
I
man.
enjoyed it. It wasn't a bad show. I just think it was in poor taste the way that they did it. Um, I Bad Bunny still got his shine. He was gonna get it regardless of. He's he has a huge platform.
Yeah, of course. He has a whole hemisphere at his sides. Like, the whole Western hemisphere is at his side. You mentioned Limp Bizkit. Can I say something right now about Limp Bizkit?
Go ahead.
Okay. As a music connoisseur, as a music lover, as someone who spiritually loves music, people in the last 25 plus years, like, they get real snotty or snooty about Limp Bizkit, especially like rock and roll people, like rock heads. Like, oh, really, Limp Bizkit? Ugh, they get like highbrow, or I'm like, they had some fire joints. Their second album, Significant Other, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. They had some joints. So I don't like that whole people get all highbrow about certain things. I'm like, motherfucker, you were jamming too. Stop it.
Me. I
I
was definitely jamming to everything.
was Slim Biscuit, Corn,
Oh, I
Stain,
liked Horn.
POD, like that whole rock rap era, late '90s or 2000s. That held
Even
me
like the
down.
WWE, well, it was
Oh yeah,
WWF then.
yeah.
The
Rest in peace.
soundtrack.
Yeah,
For
fire.
Undertaker. Undertaker.
Undertaker, Kane, DMX. Yo, shout out to the
Yes.
WWF. Shout out to the WWF, because that's how we only acknowledge it over here. The WWF scores from back in the day, all the ring walks, because
Yeah.
that's a fun. DX, the Generation X, and their song, Stone
No,
Cold,
there were
like
some awesome songs.
some fire songs. I used to listen. I'm so old. In the mid '90s, I had bought one of the CDs.
We are so old.
Yeah, you'll get there. You're not 40 yet. You're not 40
Oh
yet.
my God, I'm not that far.
You're not.
I just need to look it, Mike. I need to
Yeah,
figure it out.
I'm about to say you ain't got no wrinkles. You ain't got no wrinkles.
I need to
That's
figure
that's
this out.
that's all. That's all those indigenous blood inside of you. You're staying young. But yeah, Bad Bunny. Like I said, the backlash is stupid. You guys are ignorant for even going that far. But I want to get to parent corner with you. I want to talk about some parenting stuff with you, because parenting is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. And I was telling you earlier how I wanted to like not choke, but just put a lot of air around my daughter's neck. You know, just shove air there. Not my fingers don't have to be on it, but just let the air choke you. And the reason why is because we just had a week off. It was like President's Week. So we had a week off. And not until Thursday-ish, maybe Thursday, she's like, "Oh, by the way, I have two projects due next week." So what are you talking about? Mind you, where I work, if you had told me the last Thursday prior, I could have got some stuff on my job and printed out some stuff for you and prepared you for the weekend going into next week. But she's like, "Oh yeah, I got to do like a diorama. So I need a shoebox, and I need like figurines. I need a whole safari habitat. I just need Africa. Make me Africa in 48 hours." It's like, what? And she's like, "That's project one. Project two, I got to do a school-wide presentation in the cafeteria where we all have booths, and my booth has to be about emulsion and emulsifiers. So we got to break down how to emulsify. So I need milk, I need oil, I need vinegar. We got to do experiments." I'm like, "Lauren, you bastard." Like, you could have told me.
What, 9 now? 10?
9. Yeah, she'll be 10 this August. She's in fourth grade. I'm like, "You bastard. You could have told me this like a week ago. I already got the materials for you." "Oh, well, I told you, I think." All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
So the whole weekend we're scrambling for like different stuff. Okay, Dollar Tree. Okay, there's a glue stick right here. So, and thank God she had a day off today. Shout out to Mondani. She had a day off today, so to continue working on it. But it's just like these kids, they move on a pace where like it's super slow, and on top of that, they want you to like lead the way with everything. Where I'm like, you have your own life. If you know stuff's going on, if you know you have a deadline, bitch, tell me. But that's my parent rant. What about you? What's going on with you? What do you think? What do you think? What's going on?
I don't know. Mine are good. Mine are very self-sufficient.
Good, good.
I think I kind of got I cheat when it comes. I don't know. I don't feel like I get as much pressure for being a
Really?
mom of four as most parents. Um,
Four
my
boys.
kids, yeah, they're awesome.
What are the
My
ages again?
20, 15, 10, and 4.
Okay, right, right.
My 20-year-old is pretty self-sufficient. I wish he would do more around the house,
Mm,
but he's pretty much taken ownership of the dog. So he takes the dog on walks all day, every
mm,
day. So I don't have
mm,
to worry about that. Thank God. In
mm,
this
mm.
cold weather,
Yeah,
nothing.
good man.
And um, he's looking into trade schools, trying to see what to do with the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't push college because I know college is not for everyone. A
Mm,
lot of people end up going to college, spending all this money in college, and don't even use their degree.
mm-hmm.
So I was not gonna be the mom. You have to go to college. Wasn't gonna happen. My 16-year-old is really smart. He gets a little bit lazy. I think for me, it's a lot of having to remind him, do your homework, do your homework, do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
The 10-year-old is also very bright and he does things on his own. He was just asked to be part of like some Regis high school program.
Mm,
Never heard of the school. Allegedly, it's like a really good private high school.
mm-hmm.
So I have to look into that. And then my 4-year-old is really good. I Mike, I've been talking to you for what, over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one here. You
Good.
would think I
That's
have no children.
and it's funny you say that. On the flip side, I have Charlie, my 3-year-old, coming in and out here, pulling me. I'm like, what the hell? But that's good. You have good kids, man. They really are just like doing their own thing and not bothering you.
Yeah.
It's funny because on Saturday night I went to the Knicks game at the Garden, and I guess it's Saturday night, so it's like one of those like national TV games where they start an hour later. So
Mhm.
it started at 8:30, not 7:30. So I'm at the game, and the game was cool. They won by luck. Um, It was, you know, the Knicks do. They'll give you a heart attack.
Mm.
I always tell women, ladies, you want a loyal man? Make sure he's a Knicks fan because if he can't give up the Knicks by now, he must be loyal. Like he ain't going nowhere. But because they ain't going nowhere. But anyway, after the game, we went out for a few drinks, right? I didn't want to go out for some drinks. I wanted to go home, to be honest. But I said, fuck it, let's stay out. You know what I'm saying? And the part of the reason why I didn't want to go home is because I was already tired from a long day and I wanted to just be with the kids. And sure enough, it's like past midnight. Maybe it's past 12:30, going to 1 a.m. And I get a FaceTime and it's my oldest. And once I pick up, all I hear is crying in the background. And it's my 3-year-old Charlie. She's crying. And my daughter Destiny's like, yeah, she's looking for you. The whole night she's looking for you. And then on the camera, Charlie went, without seeing me, she went and grabbed my Mets hoodie. I have a Mets hoodie that on the back of the hoodie has my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
So she went, grabbed it, and brought it to the camera. And it was like, showed it to me, like, and then crying for me. And I'm like, I got a beer in my hand, like, this fucking bullshit. Like, let me get out of here. So, like, that's the positive side of, like, you know, and mind you, Charlie is nonverbal. She's on the spectrum. But even when I go to Dykeman to my mother-in-law's house, you know, if I drop her off there for like an hour or two, she'll just stand by the door and wait for me. Like she's pressed.
So you know my 4-year-old is like that, but he's only like that when he's not home.
Really.
So if I leave him with his grandmother, oh my god, I'm getting FaceTime calls all day, every day, at all hours. Mom, but you're taking so long. Why are you doing this to me?
Got in the
At
car.
daycare, I have to pick him up as soon as everyone else's kid gets picked up because if he's in a Head Start program, so he also has extended day. I pay for the extended day, so I can't ever leave him till 5:30. God forbid I leave this child till 5:30.
Oh my
I
god.
left him there the other day because his grandma was in DR and she's the one that normally picks him up when I can't pick him up those days.
Hmm.
The teacher's like, "Oh my God, girl, let me tell you. This child went on a full rant that he doesn't understand why you have to leave him here when he has siblings at home that can take care of him, that you just want to torture him, that
What?
yes,
He's saying this?
yes, to the teacher." And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And she's like, yes, he's over here telling me that you just wanna not let him play on his iPad, that's why you keep him here all this time, that just because you work late doesn't mean he needs to stay here. That
Wow.
and I'm looking at him like, just tell her my whole life story right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. Social security numbers next. What
Like, what are you doing?
are we?
Like he'll do something like that, or like I'll be out late at night and he'll be home with his dad. When it gets to a certain time, he does call and he'll be like, it's night night. Were you outside?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. All right, Dad.
Clocking
Well,
me.
I'm
Yeah,
on my way home, Dad."
yeah. You're clocking me. Jesus.
Yeah. He's opinionated like that. Like we were going to my friend's house in PA and that's his little best friend. And I'm talking to my dad and we're in Jersey and because I told him I was like, we're gonna see my dad first and from my dad we go to PA. It's only the logical way to go about things. So I'm talking to my dad and he's like, so we have to go, right? And I'm like, yeah, and uh how long are you gonna talk to grandpa? And I'm like, holy sir, I am driving. I am the adult here.
Yeah. First of all, I had grandma all my life. You the one should be pressed to hang out with him because you don't know how long you got. Like you gotta enjoy these times with him.
No, it's like so uh he's like that. He's very bossy in that way. The
Oh
only
my
one.
god,
And look, true story, because you just walked in.
mom. y- Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
usually when you have multiple kids, you have like a bossy one, you have a shy one, you have the one ready to fight, ready to fight.
I don't have one that's ready to fight. He's the most that I would say it's like me. Like he's very adventurous. He's very outgoing. The others are very mellow and shy. Like you
Good,
have to kind of poke the bear to
good,
get the bear.
good, good.
But honestly, Mike, I think for me, what I've been dealing with lately is more like I can't mentally take it. Like all the schedules, all the things I need to do for myself, for them, for the doctor when they're sick, when I'm sick. Like I had a fever the other day, and thankfully my kids are pretty good. But sometimes you just want to check out, and you can't check
Oh,
out because you have to cook, you have to do this or that. It's like, when can I just get the check off? I'm off. Please don't
yeah,
bother me.
yeah, yeah. I have a friend of mine who 'cause I don't know if I told you this, but I'm moonlighting now. I have a second job, if you want to call it that, well, one of the people, Will. So Will.
Hmm.
Will and another friend of ours, his name is Curvin. They both do videography. They both shoot. They shoot videos. They shoot. They do a lot of animation. They shoot. They have they just record videos and they shoot different stuff. And they were working with a gentleman. Well, they are working with a gentleman by the name of Dr. Ken Gray. He's based in Florida. He's from New York originally, but he's based in Florida, and he has a show. He has a TV show on PBS. It's called Maximum Health. And basically, in the show, Dr. Gray, he's like an Anthony Bourdain type. He travels around the world and takes different cultures and whatnot. And Will and Kervin shoot it. They shoot it on site. They go. They just came back from Dubai last month. No, two
Oh,
weeks ago.
cool.
So they shoot it. So they did season 1 together last year, and then they need a new material, new music material. So Will and Kervin, shout out to them, they were able to bring me on to do the music. So now I'm helping out with the show as far as like just doing like scores and soundtracks and stuff like that. So I've been doing that for a few weeks now. Well, since like late fall.
How do you think it
Um,
is?
yeah, it's dope. That's dope. It's on PBS. So far, the show is mostly based in the South Florida part of PBS, but they want to go national soon. So God willing, they go national. But yeah, it's aired on TV already. It's on YouTube. I'll send you the link later for the episodes.
Okay.
But but I bring that up because not Will was already a father too. A Curve, he's now gonna have a child. Like they're gonna have a kid, his first child ever. And he asked us like, "What should I know?" And like, what should you know? There's no more time for yourself, buddy. Like, it's over. It's over.
So, Mike, it's funny you say that. I have a friend who just recently had a baby, and before they started planning and doing all this extra stuff, she's like, "Alba, you have four. What do I need to know?" And I'm like, "Okay, one, there's no more bathroom time by yourself.
You know,
You will not be able to sleep whenever you want
nope,
anymore.
nope,
This going to get treatments and all this, no, unless
nope.
you have a live-in babysitter in your house, you have very limited freedom.
Yep, yep.
And on top of that, the worst part of it all is that when you're not with your kid, you feel like there's a part of you that's missing
Right, right.
all the time."
Yep, yep. I agree. I agree. I agree. And I told him some of those things as well. And it's funny you said that last part about you feel like you're missing them. Like I said, I was out and I could enjoy the game. But once we got to the bar, I'm like, I felt guilty. Like, fuck. I wonder what they're doing right now. I wonder what Charlie's doing. I wonder what she's eating right now. What I mean? What she's peeling off the wall. I'm thinking about all that other stuff in my head. And even with Lauren, when Lauren was like, a few years ago, like sleeping over my sister's house or my parents' house, I'd walk in her room when she was gone for the weekend, and then see the empty room. I'm like, damn. So there, you do miss them, but at the same time, you want to choke them too. Like, motherfucker, get over here.
It's
I want,
moments. It's
I,
moments.
I wanted to ask you a question, and you don't have to get detailed, of course, but I want to ask this question on a macro level, and I guess you may have some insight from being a woman and also from having a son who's in his 20s. Um, I have people around me especially women who they lament, they say over and over again how they're dissatisfied with the crop of men out there as far as dating. You'll hear, I'm paraphrasing, but you'll hear things like, these guys today, they don't know how to speak to a lady, they don't know how to court a lady, they don't know how to open up, they don't know how to take charge, they don't know how to emote, they can't express themselves, and they don't even want to act, they don't even want to ask a girl out. They don't want to even like take the initiative. And one friend in particular, she has a son who's an adult, he's in his 20s, early 20s, and she was like, "Yeah, Mike, he's just being a loner right now. He's like saying, screw it. He's just like staying to himself, chilling, playing online gaming, and just like zoned out. He's not even trying to date." And she's like, "I want a grandson one day." And mind you, she's young. She's like only a year or two older than me. I'm like, "Girl, you can still be out there yourself." But what do you, not to divulge business, but do you see with your son or his peers, or at least on a macro level, this generation, the same thing? Are you seeing them being closed off, or are they outside trying to date?
I see them more closed off, and I have two different perspectives, right? I have
Mhm.
my brother who's 23, and then I have my son who's a 20-year-old.
Right.
And they're not interested in dating right now at all.
Why is
Um,
that?
well, my son is into looking for a job, looking for what he wants to do with the next phase of his life.
Mhm.
My brother is going through the same thing. My brother's trying to like break, he keeps on knocking on doors and trying to like with photography, with the video stuff, he's just everywhere. And like he's trying to kind of navigate that aspect of his life and trying to figure out what he wants to do. And I feel like they may just see that women are just distractions at this point. And just like you're saying that women feel that way, a lot of the guys I know say that what's out there is not worth it. So what is it? Where's the disconnect? Are women the disconnect? Are men the disconnect? Is it the fact that everything's on social media now and we don't even know what's happening? Is it that everyone is like serial dating and no one's taking the time to even get to know anyone because there's so many options available? There's a lot of different layers, Mike, that we
There,
never had to deal with.
there's yes, and you know, we come from an era where like, yeah, we were young, outside, hustling, bustling, trying to find out who we were, but we still actively take time to have respite, to have hangouts, to have teen nights, to go to the mall and get phone numbers. Like we took time to socialize as well as hustle and grind. So I'm like, what happened where like these kids today are not socializing the same way? Is it because social media or the advent of smartphones has not required you to be outside more to sharpen your social skills? Is that part of it? I don't know. Because Alba, 20, 25 years ago, in high school and even in junior high, if I wanted to approach a girl, I had to like practice like the night before in the mirror. Like you had to like like I had to like have my rap ready, like okay, when I see your third period, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna write this letter. I'm gonna write a letter.
Oh my
And
god, do you remember the letters? Do you want to be my girlfriend? The yes and the no
so
box?
absolutely. Listen, I used to freaking write essays, and I would get a return, God willing. And it taught, mind you, sidebar, writing those letters, it taught you how to formulate your thoughts.
It
You know what I'm
does. I
saying? It
agree.
it taught because you didn't want to just say any bullshit to a girl. You want to make sure, okay, I had this right, I said that right. It tells a story or it tells a narrative. I articulated myself well, and she'll understand me. So it took you. You were basically doing like a writer's workshop. Like you were definitely writing and perfecting your craft as a writer. So there's skill in that, and there was skill in the repetition of that, or value in the repetition of that. So like these are all lost arts. Learning how to be vulnerable, learning how to emote. And I feel like these kids today don't have to have those same reps. So if you don't have those reps and you don't have that enthusiasm, why do it at all? So I could see that kids today are just like, they're disconnected in that respect. But But I do agree with whether it's your brother, or whether it's your son. I do agree with the notion that, like, right now I'm grinding, or right now I'm looking for a job, because I do think that, a man, especially a man, should not invite a person into his life if he can't court them, if he can't entertain them, if he can't show them a good time. And that doesn't mean money. It doesn't mean
It
money,
doesn't.
but it
If
doesn't.
you're in the right headspace, like why even bother, right?
Right, right, yeah, exactly. If you're not in the right headspace, then why even bother? But so I get it, but I just feel like it's such a mass situation right now of so many guys that I see, they're just pulling back from the dating world.
But Mike, it's so much bigger than that, right?
You
It's
think
so
so?
much bigger than dating. It's everything. If you think about kids nowadays, this is let's say 20s, right? They're entering the workforce. Have you seen all the complaints and all the reports on young adults right now? There's no etiquette. There's no dress code. They don't know how to talk. They end up quitting off a text message. When have we ever quit off a text message? Like there's just a really big disconnect, and I don't think it's just dating.
You are right. You hit it right on the nose. Because back to parent corner, yes, I've seen that with the 20-year-old. I've seen that just this laissez-faire attitude,
It's
not
like
just
an entitlement. It's an entitlement.
entitlement. Yes, where it's
There,
like,
you know what I see a lot, and it drives me crazy. There is no critical thinking skills. They expect hand holding. So part of my job is to train individuals on how to use a specific software.
mhm.
And I have to sit here and think things in such a way because I have to assume that there's no common sense. That's how I'm working on. I'm
Right.
working on the idea that there is no common sense, and I'm going to have to deal with all these different scenarios that they're not going to be able to do critical thinking on. And I feel like that's the bigger issue at hand, that no, there is none of that. Like I don't know what it is. Are we failing as parents, not making them think more on their own? Are we like making it too easy for them? Should we have them struggle? Like I
Right,
don't
right,
know.
right. Like, yeah, no, because to your point, they don't endure discomfort well. They're like, oh my god, there's a fly on my shoulder. The world's ending. Like, like they just break down and crash out. Like, you know, um, they don't. They're not willing to sweat a little to get what they want. They want to hand it to them, like you said, entitlement. They want to hand to them on a silver platter, and I'm just like, yo, man, if you think I'm tough, remember I love you. So if you think I'm tough, go out to the workforce and see how they respond to you when you bicker with them, and that's has happened. So I it's Gen Z. Something about Gen Z, they like to rebel and they like to talk back, and they don't have the perseverance attitude. They don't persevere.
So you know when I noticed it? I noticed it with my 20-year-old when he was, I'm gonna say, the first time I was called into the principal's office. Maybe like 16,
Hmm.
and I went, and the dean is like chill and talking to him like they're cool, and I'm over here sweating bullets, and I'm like, I've never ever ever spoken to any principal, and my son is literally there like telling the dean and the principal, you guys are mad whack. Like I don't gotta be here. I don't gotta listen to nothing you guys have to say. And I'm over here like, Mike, me, I to ever speak to a principal that way, like I feel like there's always like these levels of authority, and right now that just doesn't exist.
They don't believe in a good word because they don't believe in authoritative figures. They don't believe in that. They don't believe in boundaries and rules and regulations and just like respecting a hierarchy. They don't believe in that stuff. They think we're all the same. You can't talk to me that way.
How do you do that though? How do you teach someone like that? Like, I'm gonna kill you. I am
And
gonna kill you.
and mind you, they're doing this, and as far as my lifetime goes, the worst economic the worst economic era where it's like if you want to leave the house and find an apartment on your own, go ahead. Go ahead with that
Let me
attitude.
try.
Yeah, go ahead with that attitude and the workforce. See what that gets you. Because it's like, dude, you're not gonna last in the street like that. But yeah, they're not, and they're not. A lot of them are not even collaborative. Like I see the way how Gen Z like communicates and it's supposed to work together. Like I'll take my job for instance. I've been at my job now for 16 years. Now I'm a teacher, but I wasn't always a teacher. I used to be a para, a teacher's aide.
Mhm.
And when I first got there in 2010, my old boss, he retired now. I remember my old boss. He was like the old principal. He was like, "I'll ride for you guys. I'll work with you guys. I'll take care of you guys. But one thing you got to do is be presentable and respectful in this workforce. So no hats, and just look. You don't have to look suit and tie, of course. This is a school, but you should just be presentable and no, at least no hats, no baseball hats. Nowadays, with the new regime in the last 10 years, kids have earbuds in, AirPod earbuds in, hats. They just look fresh on the street with like the Yeezy slides. Like, these are kids on the spectrum who need you to be agile and move around. Yeezy slides. Some of the ladies have like these like short skirts. I'm like, you have heels on, and your kid drools on you. What are you talking? What are you doing? But they just don't. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear your advice, Al. They don't want to hear it. I got it. I know what I'm doing. I got it. I already know. I was like, really? Okay. But they got to crash and burn. To answer your question, how they gonna figure it out? They have to crash and burn
Crash
because
and burn. That's
they're
a very big percentage of our population right now,
crashing and
and that
burning it.
sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And like I said, the economy wise, it's not getting any easier. So it's like you should be humbling yourself and taking notes of how to move and how to navigate this society. But it's like with that attitude, it's like one day your parents will die. I won't be here for long. And when I'm gone, how will you survive? How will you move on? You know what I'm saying?
No,
I don't
it's
know.
scary. It's scary. It's
Even
scary
even
what's happening.
even recently, have you seen these Bay Plaza, these teens crashing the
The
malls?
500,
The
they were
500.
allegedly gonna do it to Cross County this weekend if it wasn't
Yeah,
because of the snowstorm.
yeah, snowstorm. A friend of mine in Long Island said they went to Green Acres Mall, by Queens. Like, why are you wasting your time going to a mall, crashing stores? What does that give you?
So let me
What?
tell you that I saw that and I went to my 15-year-old and I'm like, what do you think of this? Mom, really, mom? That's mad dumb. I was like, I'm glad that that's what you
Yeah,
think. Because if I ever in my life catch you, anyone that I know, on a bus, Mike, on a bus,
on
you
a
know how
bus.
dangerous? Oh, you know how dangerous that was? On the bus.
Oh wait,
There is a video of a kid on the bus doing
wilding out.
something.
Oh
Yes.
my god. Oh my god, that's crazy. You know,
I was like, what is
oh
happening?
my,
And you know what sucks that a lot of these, everyone always says, oh, the parents what? Because if a parent would grab one of these little kids and beat, what's happening?
yeah, yeah. You lock my ass up. Wait, really, you should lock him up. Mind you, speaking of
What's
locking,
happening? Yes.
exactly. Speaking of locking up, you got kids all last summer. They were surfing the trains. Why are you surfing the train for? And dying at it too. Like, what do you do? What do you? It's like it's almost like
Yeah.
it's
It
like
doesn't
somebody's.
common sense. It's senseless stuff.
It's
That's what it
almost
is.
and it's almost like Al. It's almost like some of these kids want to prove either how daring they are, how adventurous they are, or how tough they are. So because it's like there's no reason to surf the train.
You know, first and foremost, let's talk about how disgusting the train is.
Yeah,
You are going to climb on top of it. I know for a fact that there's no way that they're gonna sit there and clean the top of the train when they didn't even clean the inside of it.
exactly. Ugh.
So who knows what it looks like up there?
Yeah.
And you're gonna do what? and the rats and the bugs and what?
Yeah,
Why? Go jump off a cliff or something and
yeah,
survive.
yeah. Go to Action Park or
Go to
whatever it's
Mountain
called.
Creek.
Go
Go
to
to
Mountain
Mountain Creek
Creek.
and jump
Yeah,
off a
yeah.
cliff.
You want danger? Go up the cliff, Mountain Creek.
Go to the cliff.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? A lot of it just makes no sense. I think for us as parents is just having that avenue and being able to discuss with our children, right? Like, I'm very big with my kids, and I'm like, all right, what's happening tonight? What did you guys do? Every time I see something dumb online, I'm like, guys, please, please.
Right,
Like, do I
right,
have to be concerned? Do I have to be concerned?
right.
Just bringing up the topics, right? Like, I feel like it sucks because I was talking about this with my friend the other day, and I'm like, I remember my mom being my age and me looking at her like, you're so old. And now I'm her age, and I'm like, she wasn't old. She was
No,
still figuring things out. She was
absolutely.
still like doing her thing. And
Yeah.
I was here calling her old. So I tell my sons all the time, like, time it time passes so quickly. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember being your age
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have all this communication. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's because now that there's so much communication that parents are less inclined or maybe scared of their kids not liking them or whatever the case may be, that they hold back so much. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just gotta tell them how it is,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, right? Whether it's good or bad, because you don't know what someone else is feeding them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what someone else is telling them, what someone else is bribing them with. I think it's very senseless for these children to have died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible. Like you. No one wants to see kids die. No one wants to see anybody die a violent death. But you would hope that if someone dies, it's a worthy death, like something that was worth something. When to find out you were just bullshitting around and playing around, and that's why you died, it's like what a worthless way to go. So
It
that's
might
not,
even be a conversation, Mike, right? It might
yeah,
even be like, I love you. I wouldn't be able to see my life without you.
right,
Something as simple as that, right? So
right.
whenever they do something stupid in their mind somewhere, hopefully, there's this little flicker of like, wait, this is gonna hurt my mom.
Right.
I don't want my mom to cry or like, you know what I mean? And I feel like
Hmm.
maybe because there isn't that much conversation, that there isn't that thought.
Hmm.
Because if you're told every day, I love you, have a good day, smart choices, be good. These are things that subliminally you're gonna kind of integrate.
There's
So
plenty.
maybe,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't know, maybe just talking more to them.
I
It's
that
tough.
that's a pretty poignant point of perspective because that reassurance it goes a long way. I can remember being my kids' age or my teens where there's certain things I didn't partake in because I thought my dad I would disappoint him if I did this or if he heard about this I would have some shame and shame is valuable. Shame goes a long way. You throw some shame on somebody, they'll act right.
Hmm.
So I thought about that too, and I didn't want to shame my parents, especially my dad. So I kind of fell back on some things, and I didn't do some certain things growing up for that reason. But these kids they have no shame, and to your point, some of it may come from the idea that our authority figures, whether it's a principal, whether it's some parents, they want to be buddy buddy, they want to be friends with the kids.
Hmm.
Just like, about your friend. I'm more than that. I'm more valuable than that. I'm really more valuable than that. If you want to talk, you know what I'm saying? I'll show you that, but I'm not your friend because most friends in your adolescence or in grade school, they don't have the responsibility of holding you accountable.
Hmm.
If you're lucky and you're 15, 16 years old, if you have a friend like that, that might be a friend for life. Otherwise, most people are just living in your life for the moment. You know what I mean? Like I'm here for the moment, having fun. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean they're gonna last long. So I try to tell my kids that, like, yo, like, stay focused and look around to see who has your best interest. And if it's mainly your parents, then it's for a reason. But that's all we have, in my opinion, for parent corners. Anything else you want to talk? Is there anything else you want to talk about or get off your chest?
No.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you.
Pretty much it.
Well, thank you so much, Al. I know this is very impromptu, this episode, but I'm glad to
I
have you.
know, get me here all comfy.
I'm glad.
But, you know,
I'm glad to have you. I appreciate you.
anytime, Mike, anytime.
Thank you. Listen, go outside and do a little more shoveling for tomorrow, okay? Because it's just, it's gonna be hell tomorrow. Moving around, it's gonna be
You
hell.
know, I'm like low key debating whether I just send my kid in a cab
That's right.
and don't even move my car.
That's right. Because you be commuting for school for your kids.
I
Yeah,
drop them off.
you drop them
But
off,
I
right?
feel like if I can,
And surely you're not gonna ride the top of a subway to the school.
no. But
I,
thankfully, they're all scared of heights.
really? Do you have a fear? Do you have a fear? I'm a. That's right. You be adventurous. Um.
I did say this, and I'm gonna hardcore. God forbid I ever die. I don't want to die drowned or burnt. Anything
Oh,
else,
dear
I'm
God, no.
down.
Dear God, no. Dear
Anything
God,
else, I am down.
dear God, no. I feel the same way. But I gotta be honest. Even in an enclosed environment with heights, I'm a little funny. Like
Yeah.
some, like I did in Chicago. I didn't do it here in the city, but I did in Chicago. But I know they have it here as well in Manhattan. You know
The
that
edge.
the edge where like you go, you
I
like
did it.
your bed go. You did it.
Mhm.
Get me out
And
of
let me
here.
tell you that I did it and I wasn't prepared because Al ended up like, hey, make sure you're ready. Go here, go there. I thought I was picking something up downtown. I didn't even know where I was going. So
Oh,
I literally had like a little slim sweatsuit on. I was not bundled up for like the January weather. He's like, hey, go here, go there, blah blah blah. And I'm following instructions like a dummy and I see the edge, and I'm like, no, I don't
there
even
you
have my
go.
coat on. I don't have gloves on.
Oh my God.
I
Oh
said, but
my
I've done
God.
skydiving. Everything after
You did.
skydiving is like,
You
blah.
you did do skydiving. That's right. You did do skydiving, and I remember even thinking that then, like, oh my gosh, he's bold. I'm not that brave. I can't do that. I can't do bungee jumping. None of that stuff. I can't do heights.
I wouldn't do bungee jumping.
Why not?
The snapback. I feel like I'll catch a migraine. I'll get hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'd rather
yeah.
just jump off. Just stupid
Jump
jump
off.
off.
Now, is it true that you have like two parachutes, or
It's not
just
two parachutes, it's one parachute. So the first time, so you have to end up having what they call assisted shoots, right?
right?
So
Sister
you have to
shoots.
do a couple of assisted shoots. Hi, cutie
Is
pie.
it? Hey,
Hi.
Charlie.
You do a couple of assisted shoots, and then when you have a certain amount, then you can
Hmm.
do it on your own.
Oh,
But for me, out of that experience, the scariest part, you know what it was?
what?
Filing into the plane.
What do you mean?
Because they have two benches, right? So it's two benches, and they're
Uh-huh.
literally stacking you, stacking you, stacking you, stacking you, stacking you.
Stacking you?
Yeah, because it's you, it's the instructor and you. Then there's another person, another person. There's a whole bunch of people. And the
Oh,
whole time I'm like, what is the capacity for this airplane? Because
right.
it's one of these ricochet, old school,
The
like, you know,
Cessnas.
airplanes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Cessnas. Oh,
So the whole time I'm like, oh my god, the plane is gonna fall before I can just jump off.
oh my God.
It was
Oh
awesome
my
though. I
God.
had a great time. I did it with my brother.
Is there anything else on your bucket list you want to do?
I do want to do it in the beach.
Oh, so you do want to do it, you want to do it again, but not by the you want to do it by the
Yeah, to land like in the beach.
and the beach. So what was it the first time? What did you do it the first time?
I did it in Florida, but we did it just in like an airstrip.
Oh,
I'd like to do it like along the beach one.
along a beach.
That would be really cool. I'd like that. I do want to go to like Egypt and things like that, and go down the ruins and check out the tombs.
See, be careful with the mummies. You see, I do want to do that too. And Egypt is what probably like a 10-hour trip, or if not a little more. So I don't mind that. I hate long flights. I got a friend of mine who's going to Thailand for the second time. He told me the other day it's a 25-hour flight. I said 25 hours. I can't do more than 2 hours on a flight. I'm like, all right, we're going to Florida. All right, come on, hurry up, land already, land. It's like you're in Georgia. I don't care.
Are you scared of heights?
Well, fear is a strong word. What I would say about flights, I don't like flying. I don't like flying, but I don't like flying for multiple reasons. One, I hate TSA. I hate not the people working there. All right, but I hate the whole idea of like checking in, checking out, looking for your bag and stop and go, walking to the gate. I hate the whole idea of just like the setup of traveling by plane. I hate it. Actual like taking off and landing. I hate those two things. I'm that dude. I'm that big husky dude that'll hold a woman's hand. I don't even know when we're taking off. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, grab her wig. Like, okay. I'm that guy. Like, but once we hit a smooth pocket on the plane, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm listening to music. I'm zoned out. Looking out the window. You know what I mean? That's fine. But the takeoff and the landing, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It just feels weird to me. I never got used to it. Never did. By the way, shout out to drugs, because drugs have revolutionized the takeoff and landing experience for me. So I'm better now. But 10 years ago, 5 years ago, forget
What
about it.
happened to the Hennessy? No Hennessy, no shots before.
No, you know what it is? You know what it is? Something that only a few people know about me. I'm not good with hard liquor. I get very queasy with hard liquor. Hard liquor is not my thing. I'll have beer. I'll have a brew, but beer is heavy. It packs pounds on you fast. But well, alcohol just in
I
general.
can do beer.
No, a lot of people can't, and I don't blame you. You shouldn't. But I'll do beer. I'll definitely do red wine. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big wine
I'll
person.
do hard liquor before I do wine or beer.
Really, even over
Yeah.
wine.
And beer I can't do at all. The only
At
beer
all.
I'll drink is like the Smirnoff, the Mike's Hard Lemonade,
All
those
those
type of
sorts.
beers. But
But
beer?
Corona, no.
No.
Yeah, there's people like that. I don't know why. They're just not beer people. I get it though. I guess I get it. That's what I can do. But red wine for me is number one. But yeah, I mean, hard
Have you
liquor.
tasted the Double XL?
No, what's that?
It's a wine. It's like $10. It's not even that expensive. I think you can find it for $10 to $12. It is 16% alcohol, sir, but
16%.
it tastes so good. Double XL. I would do the strawberry and grapes.
Strawberry and grapes, double XL. So the next time we speak, I'll have a feedback for you on how much I enjoyed it. Double
It is
XL.
awesome.
Strawberry and grape. And if you guys out there have tasted it, let me know what you guys think, because I want to know your insight too. Strawberry and grape double XL. Well, on that note, my sister, till next time,
Bye.
be safe out there, okay?
Bye.